Hi everybody, happy Monday. Inside today, we had a lot of rain yesterday and my front yard is really muddy under Nakama. So we're hanging inside today, unfortunately. But she's the tree outside so you can kind of see her through my blinds. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope for the places that are having a lot of rain from this tropical storm or from whatever else is going on, I hope that you're safe and dry. And I just was super excited to talk with you today. There's so much that's shifting, and I've been hearing from so many people about how the moon in Virgo has really, even though now we're still in it, but we've had now the full moon, and so the moon in Virgo is really forcing people to really look at what's been going on. Hi, Jessie. What's been going on in the last 9 months to a year, and really looking at what's been going on in your world, what's going on in your relationships, what's been going on with just your job and just all the different aspects. And so it's really been this time of where little things have been festering, and for some people big things have been festering, and we just really haven't been letting we've been letting things go. We've been letting things slide, and this time of the moon in Virgo has really been bringing a lot of that stuff to the surface, where people are really being called on to deal with their shit. And that's really what's been going on. So we've been having almost like, if you've ever made candy or anything thick that you've bubbled in a pot, you get lots of little bubbles, and then if you don't stir, then you get bigger bubbles, and it goes and splots and makes a mess all over the stove. And so that's really what we've been seeing happening, is that the universe has been trying to get you to handle things and trying to get you to handle things, and so more and more things have been, little bubbles have been coming up and people are dealing with them, but then there's these bigger bubbles because people are not dealing with things. And so it's really the time to take that assessment of what is going on in your life, what's going on around you, what's working, yay, what's not working, deal with. And so I was just really excited to pull the cards today because, of course, the first card is leadership. And so this is the reminder that it is time to handle our shit, because the thing is that no one is going to handle it for you. It is all about us. If it's yours, we have a saying in my house, we say, do the work that you've been given. And I think so often we're just like, oh, la, 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 And so whether that means being a leader in your community, or being, stepping in to help a friend, or stand up for yourself, or apologizing when you've been wrong, or apologizing even if you weren't wrong, but you hurt somebody, or whatever it is, it's time to own it. It's time to own it. The stuff that where we have screwed up, and where we have let situations go on for too long, and we have allowed either to be taken advantage of, or we have taken advantage of others, or whatever it is that is unresolved. This is the time. Be the leader in your own life and handle your shit. This is the time. And I feel like I'm being a little bit more in the face about it, but here's the thing that happens, and we've talked about this before. Here's the thing that happens with the universe, little taps in the universe. Hello, 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 and then you get the gigantic Godsmack. So I really am trying to be very protective and help you not get the gigantic Godsmack, because sometimes that is just way more than we want to deal with, and way more than we need to deal with. Because when we don't deal with those little things, and we allow them to just go, brushed aside and go unresolved and be ignored, they get into be like giant pain in the ass things. So this is a time. So this is Archangel Gabriel, who I love. Who says it's time for you to assume your leadership power, and position, and lovingly guide others. So this is a time for you to take responsibility for your own life, to take responsibility for your own stuff that's going on, and to be the leader of your own life. Because here's the thing that happens when you are the leader in your own life, then people are going to follow you. People want what you have. People can see that you have peace. Now, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if we had peace in our hearts? Wouldn't it be nice if we had peace in our heads? Wouldn't it be nice if we had just peace, if we had the life that was smooth and easy. Do you know those times in your life where you feel like, there's been moments in my life where my mom would be like, so what's going on? What's new? And I'm like, not a damn thing. And there's nothing to report. There's nothing going on. Everything is status quo. And it's really very boring right now. And I think to myself, thank you, Lord, because sometimes don't we just yearn for those times when we can just have peace? But here's the thing. Don't handle your stuff. You don't get peace. So be the leader of your own life and handle your stuff, and then know that peace will follow. Peace will follow. Like, it's very glary on the cards in here today. I'm sorry. It says, this is Hamuel, Archangel Hamuel, who you know I love. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Okay, so here's the thing. I love Hamuel because he is the one who helps us find lost things, and he's the one who helps us create peace. And I love him. He has a little bit of a sense of humor with me. But here's the thing, that when we remember to come from the place of love, so even as you are handling your shit, it's really important that you're coming from that place of love. We don't have to go beat people over the head in order to get stuff taken care of. So I had some kind of situation this morning with the bank, and I was like, go down the bank. But it's like, you know what, whatever it is, I know it's going to be fine. And I know it's, it's just a glitch and whatever. And, I never go to the bank because, when was the last time we went to the bank? Can't we just do everything online right now? So I was like, all right, let me go to the bank. And I was so glad that I did. And as it happened, I had to make a deposit of a giant pile of change. So it worked out well that because I kept putting that off. And so I took the change down to the bank, and I met my new banker who took over for my old banker, and he gave me his card, and he was super, super nice. And while I was there, he's like, oh, well, I see that we need to update this, that, and the other thing in your file, but we weren't going to be able to do that for you to make your accounts more secure until you actually came in. I'm like, well, how come no one called me? He's like, oh, it's not what we do. We just figure you'll be in eventually. I'm like, okay. So it was really all for the best that I went down there today, and it was just such a positive experience. And so I think that when you approach a situation, because it was something, they thought there was fraud on my account, but they wouldn't talk to me because they weren't sure if I was the fraud-er or the fraud-e. So I think it's sometimes we approach these situations and we're all just like, but when you approach a situation from love, the results are so much better. I mean, it is. When you have to deal with conflict, when you're dealing with something that's uncomfortable, if you can come from that place of love. And so when you are handling your shit and you are dealing with conflict or, resolution or, whatever it is, anytime that you can come from the place of love and compassion and gratitude, it makes everything better. And so as you are moving through your day and through your week this week, and you're dealing with all those little hiccups and bugaboos, try to stay in that place of peace about it, to be able to say, I'm so grateful that this has come up so that I can handle this and get rid of it. So I'm no longer holding on to this, and I'm no longer having to deal with this as I go forward. Because then what happens is victory! Yay! Because then we get to be the place where things are light and they're easy. Because when you're in flow with the universe, things are easy. And when we get bogged down by all these little rocks in our pocket that we don't even realize that we're carrying, then things are not easy and we're not in flow. And so sometimes we need that cosmic, hello, to go and handle things, to be able to deal with things and release them and let them go, and that we are no longer carrying all that extra weight on our energy, on our heart, on our soul. We're not carrying all that crap anymore, and we're able to move forward to the space of victory, because then things are easier, things are smooth, and we move through our day. And you ever have those times where you're really in the flow and you feel like the day it's just clicking along and you're getting everything done and everybody said yes and all the lights were green and everybody moved out of your way? I love those days. But when you're in the flow, all the days are those days. I love those days. And so this is Archangel Sandalphon. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. And I love when this card comes up. It makes me feel so loved from the universe because I have many prayers. So And then I thought, you know, just as I hit the button to go live, I hit the button to go live, and it said to me in my ear, it said, pick one more card, pick one more card. And so of course, and this is Hamuel again. This one is Beloved One. I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. And let's be very, very clear. The first place that you have a spiritual soulmate relationship is here. It's here. Okay. The first place that you have a spiritual soulmate relationship is with yourself and your higher self. You have that in alignment, and then you can, you know, worry about the rest. And so I love when this card comes up, because I know that he's with me. I know that he's watching me. I know that he's helping me. I'm so incredibly grateful for the help and for the guidance. And it just makes me feel very secure, especially in these days. Those of you who followed along in these days, you know, we're still in the early stages of the empty nest. And my girlfriend said to me, your nest is not empty, you're in it. And I'm like, well, it's definitely not empty because I've got 3 dogs and a cat. So, and you can't really see, but there's Toby in my drawer doing his thing. So, hi, Toby. So that's where Toby, you know, spends a lot of his day is in my drawer. So my house, my nest is definitely not empty, but it sure is quiet around here. So knowing that they're with me and that they're watching and they're keeping me safe and keeping my home filled with love, it just makes me very, very happy. So leadership, handle your stuff, handle your shit, all that stuff you've been putting off, the things, the little things you've been brushing under the rug. Bring yourself peace in the process. Just deal with it, get it over with, get it done, and move on. Peace, okay? Because victory is assured when you just deal with the stuff the universe keeps putting in front of you so that you can see it. It's here. Deal with it, deal with it, deal with it. You keep having those same situations come up, like, why does this keep happening to me? Why does the same thing keep happening? Deal with your shit, okay? And then just know that they are with us, they are watching, they are loving us, they are supporting us, they are with us, and all will be well. Truly, all will be well. And I love that. I cannot personally, I cannot get that message enough, that all will be well. I want to hear that message, like I want them to paint it on my front lawn. You know, all will be well. I love that because I know it. I know it to be true and I believe it. But isn't it still so lovely to have the signs from the universe? And so if you're not sure and you're not really fully believing that the angels and our loved ones and our guides are watching us, then make sure that you're asking them. I'm so thankful for your place in my life. I'm so thankful for the energy you bring to me and the love and protection. Please show me a sign that you are there. Ask them for a sign that they are there. So much, that's all it takes, is ask them for the sign that they are there, because they are so willing to share that with you so that you will increase your belief and increase your connection to them, which then raises your energy and makes things more in the flow. So when you are connected more with them and you raise your energy higher, you stay more connected with them, and then you stay more in the flow, and then everything is easier and you don't have as much shit to handle. It's a positive circle of love. So awesome. Okay, so our postcard from the universe, I'm so loving these, you guys. It says, dearest you, even though life seems now to be moving at full steam ahead, it's time to rest. Allow ideas to flow through you and take root in your heart before they reach your mind. Honor this process by becoming empty to allow for inspiration and the magic of dreaming. You might feel lazy or unproductive, but we know better. Just as sleep is a way to recharge before renewal, so are you in a time for dreaming. In this powerful process of co-creation, your soul merges with spirit in a profound way so you can receive your music directly from source and play your part in the symphony of life. You are being invited to bear witness to the great creation and to tune into what others can't hear. We have so many dreams to share with you in the sacred and the invisible. Don't worry, we will wake you when it's time to return with a new dream. No need to set an alarm clock. Loving you always. Oh my gosh, I love that. Because, okay, so here's the thing. So this is what I did yesterday, is I sat, because I was so busy all this past week, and I had this big workshop on Saturday, and then this is what I did all day yesterday, was I sat and I percolated and I wrote and I listened and I caught up on stuff, but I relaxed and I didn't put any pressure on myself to just get done what I could get done and just enjoy the process of getting things done and allowing things to percolate in my brain. And so this morning in my meditation, I got this great idea that I can't share with you yet. And I just was so excited about it. So this is what happens when you deal with your stuff and you bring peace to your heart and you welcome the universe to help you be victorious. And you know that they have got your back. The universe has got your back. Because when you know that and you're not dealing with all this other mess, it's so much easier to let the brilliant ideas and the beautiful dreams flow and fill your heart. And then we move forward in flow, in grace, and connected to the energy. And we continue to raise our vibration higher. Because remember, that first soulmate relationship that we have is with ourselves. I hope this blesses you in some wonderful way. I hope it helps refocus you for a great week. And I look forward to reading your comments and sharing it with you. And if I can be of assistance or service in any other way in place in your life, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Send me a message. Leave me a note. I hope you have a wonderful, blessed week. Thanks for spending some time.